Okay, there's a balloon. I can't draw a balloon. No, there's the string. It's floating into the air. And it's expanding because atmospheric pressure is dropping the further we get from the, the Earth. So the sphere, we're pretending it's a sphere and it's getting bigger in volume. First it starts there and then it's there, it's getting bigger and bigger. So they say that suppose that the radius increases at a rate of 0.02 inches per second and that r equals 24 inches at time t equals 0. Determine an equation that models the volume after time t and find the volume when t equals 200 seconds. Okay, so they said the radius is going to be increasing at a rate of 0.02 inches per second. So it's the old, let's see, the radius after time t, I'm going to use sub t to represent the radius after a certain amount of time. It's going to be the radius at the start, which I use as r sub 0. These are two different r's, right? The radius at the start plus the radius after time t plus 0.02t. And that's because they told us time is, they don't explicitly say it, but we assume time is in seconds. And it's 0.02 inches per second. So this represents 0.02 inches per second. And actually, so we actually have a number to put over here. The radius is 24 for a starting amount plus 0.02t. Okay, so the radius fluctuates. It's not a constant 24. It's expanding. Okay, so to find the volume of this thing, the volume of a regular sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. And look, 3 dimensions, volume cubed. Who? So to find the volume for this particular sphere, which is constantly increasing, we just need to plug in pi, and then instead of r, we're putting 24 plus 0.02t and raising that to the third power. This represents the volume after a certain amount of time t in seconds. Okay. And then determine the volume when t equals 200 seconds. You just need to plug in 200 in for t and solve. So inside that parentheses, I plugged in 200. V when t equals 200. That's my notation to let me know this is the volume at a particular time. I plugged in 200 into the parentheses. I got 28. And 28 cubed means we multiply it by itself 3 times. Then times 4, divide 3. Oh, I got an ugly decimal, so let's leave that as a fraction. So the volume at this particular time, 28 times 28 times 28 times 4, 87,808 pi over 3. And that would be inches cubed. What is this? Yeah, it's inches cubed, because that's what we're given the radius in. So my teachers told me to always use units. Always practice writing units in a real world problem. I didn't listen to them. And I missed out on figuring out things a lot quicker if I would have done it in calculus. So please write your units. If this is inches for the one-dimensional measurement of a radius, then volume is going to be inches cubed, right? Because volume is a 3-dimensional measurement, left, right, up, down, forward, backwards.